What's up everyone, it's ITSMYYARD here, your resident expert for all this 2K King of the Ring. I've assigned myself as that because I have 10 years experience of WWE games and know the ins and outs of the inner workings of the mechanism that we call WWE 2K16 and its previous incarnations. Now, in round 1 we saw CM Pulse beat Delzinski, Smacktalks beat BigRedNY, WillPower just barely beating Lugey, and DenkOps owning TonyPizzaGuy. So we have WillPower and DenkOps, CM Pulse and Smacktalks, Delzinski and Big Red in the losers bracket, and Lugey and TonyPizzaGuy in the losers bracket as well. So first match, DenkOps versus WillPower. Mr. WillPower, has he got the power to survive? Well, he got planctured to oblivion there. Never saw it coming. We didn't see a lot of things coming. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Waste the counter. Never. Rule 1 by me. Yard's number 1 rule. Do not counter stomps. Never counter stomps. It's pointless. Pointless. You're wasting it. And that's exactly what cost WillPower the match, because he used it on stomps all the time. All the time. And that's not what you do. He did a nice suicide dive there and got a decent amount of damage. It was not fairly even early on. DenkOps was still dominating from the get-go. He could have easily sprung in with the knee, and even if he missed, he would have been still on his feet. Stomp countered again. It's really infuriating that he was just stomping. Nice use of the strong Irish whip though, for the making use of HBK's hidden talent, as it were. He's the only character that does that. And it is finisher to win only, folks. That's why he countered. You never do that move. Never. That's just the easiest counter. And that leaves Seth, Mr. WillPower, to be out of counters. Denk was trying to go for the Sig elbow drop, unfortunately, and quite unluckily that Seth actually got up from it. But again, counter, does moves, puts him down, just wasting his counter. And then when it's all set and done, boom, super kick, GG. He's a bit unlucky that it wasn't a rope break for WillPower. And it was quite easy kick out, to be honest, on the pin bar, so I'm surprised he didn't kick out, and so was DenkOps. He was expecting the match to go on a little bit longer, but WillPower's not out of it yet. He goes to the losers bracket. Now, Pulse versus Triple H. Now, he countered the stomp, but Smacktalks with Triple H has the high knee, and high knee is one of the fastest animations in the game, so you can sometimes get away with countering a stomp, but still, never counter stomps. Rookie mistake there by Smacktalks by climbing the top rope. Never run into the ring from the corner. Look at CM Pulse. He had a finisher. He could have easily done a catch F5. Smacktalks realized this. That's why he got off the top rope straight away instead of doing a move. Tried to go for the catapult and gets countered for his troubles. That's what you've got to do. Gain your stamina back and you'll be good to go. Now, here's the F5 here. Boom. Now, to follow over from last round, Lugey did a finisher and was too close to the ropes and caused a rope break. CM Pulse doing the wise thing and dragging his opponent, dragging Smacktalks closer into the center of the ring to perform the pin. Kicks out at 2. Had 2 finishers. Could have used the resiliency to kick out, but he kicked out on the first attempt, which is all good. Now, look at the stamina bar. Now, CM Pulse has less than half a stamina bar. Tries to go for a move. Gets reversed, spin around, straight into pedigree. Typical WWE finish, you gotta say. Boom, nails it. Goes for the cover, or goes for the drag, I should say. He could have went for the cover. He wouldn't have went to the ropes. He would have went towards the inner of the ring. Now, because of this, even though he has a finisher, resiliency didn't kick in because he didn't have enough stamina. But he luckily got the kick out because he was on dead health, absolutely dead health. And what I've always said is, the pin bar is always in the same spot on that third count. You just need to learn to kick out on that spot. And now we're on to Mr. BigRedNY and Delzinski. Good back and forth matchup here. Early counters being used up. It's a nice counter, don't get me wrong, but early on it's kind of pointless. To be honest, just take the small bits of damage. That's all you need to do. Ring escapes, that's good. Look, Delzinski has some stamina still left off. He could have waited a bit longer, waiting for his counter bar to get picked up. But instead, he wastes 2 on a mid-move counter reversal of his own, leaving himself counterless, which early on, not a good thing. Not a good thing. I'm waving my hands about, not on camera. Boom. Nice combo here. Scoop slam straight into the knuckle shuffle. Had Delzinski countered, he would have been down to 0 counters as well. So sometimes it's better to take the SIG, even though they gain a finisher. You can then still counter twice because it's the FU, the attitude adjustment. And bear in mind, they have to pin on finishers and not on SIG, so you're good there. So sometimes take the SIG if you want to just build up the counters. Unless John Cena still had a bit of health left, so even if Delzinski hit a finisher, it might not have been good. Big Red hits the FU from the catapult, less chance of getting a counter and stealing all important momentum, and it was a pin combo, so the pin pile gets even smaller compared to normal, which makes it very hard to kick out, and that's what caused Big Red to win his match. Delzinski is eliminated. The second losers match of TonyPizzaGuy and Lugey, Austin versus Kevin Owens. Now, Kevin Owens leaves the ring, escapes the ring, that's fine. That's perfectly good strategy. Don't waste a counter. But what does Tony do? He runs and wastes a whole stamina bar. He was in the second bar stamina and wastes it. There's no point of running. There was no point of running. And then you climb top rope, which is also very silly. Yes, you countered it, which is fine. But then gets countered as well with a lovely counter, I would have to say. Gotta love that animation. Counter into another counter. This would be a proper WWE spot there. That's just... He's eliminated from the Royal Rumble match. If this was heel versus face, this would be a perfect finish. Controversy though when it came to this match, as you're about to see. He hit the Lou Thesz press, she did. Goes for the stunner. Now this feels like deja vu from round 1. Stunner time. Boom. Very close to the ropes. Had Lugey learnt her lesson? No, she didn't. She did it very close to the ropes. Kevin Owens has the rope break. And he goes for it. But the ref doesn't see the rope break. He could have still kicked out normally, but unfortunately the ref sometimes just doesn't see the rope breaks. It's like 40% chance or something like that. He doesn't see it. So it was unlucky on Tony's behalf. It was a good strategy to use it. It's just he didn't follow through with it if it failed, which is unlucky on his part there. So in round 3 we will see CM Pulse versus DenkOps. We'll see Lugey versus Big Red, and we'll see the losers of Smacktalks and Mr. WillPower. So we will see some awesome matches yet again. Go check out all their channels, guys, and subscribe to me as well for more WWE 2K16 goodness, and I'll give you all the breakdowns of all the high spots and what strategies they should and shouldn't be doing in this King of the Ring tournament. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Shucky ducky.